Transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, this is a part of the video that I sent out last night, because we did reach our 382 level here at 26.59. We sold off to 26.51, but by the time the video came out, we were at 26.55, and I saw the dollar just screaming and the euro getting hammered and the pound getting hammered, and I said, look, you can't stay short here if it gets much above $3. So we lost, actually lost was $270 is what I took, and of course it's gone up, and it's actually made the 50% level up here at 26.78. We'll talk about the currencies right now. Let's just get over there, because that's where the real excitement is here. I have to do something because they're having a battle going on here in the stock market, and I want to see how it's going to unfold here before it's all over. All right, let's take a quick look here. Well, since we're watching this, let's look at the gold, because I think it's getting ready to be topping just about now. Let's see if you folks, I don't know if you believe in this kind of stuff or not, but once in a while it lines up pretty good. But there it is, and the 278 was the 50% retracement, so the risk here wouldn't be very much longer. If you get to 278 here, you're going to have to risk more than $3. Let's look at this here on the hourly. I believe that's what we were watching. Yeah, there it is at, well, actually 260, the 50% retracement is at 268, and we've been to 272. So I would sort of, watch that if you wanted to take a trade. And boy, believe me, folks, this one is certainly against the grain. As you can see here, there's the big ABCD coming in up here. Right there, there's that 267, and we're already above that. So the only thing you have working on this trade would be the AI, and that's all you got right there. I mean, that might be enough for you. Maybe it's enough for me. I don't know. But anyway, we'll keep a close eye on this, okay? All right, let's talk about the dollar index, because this is where the big daddy rabbit's been playing all day long. You can see here's where we started the year. Boom, away we went quite a bit. It was not unexpected. I tried to bring this to your attention because of the fact that the last correction that you had here in the dollar was exactly, how many days did it take? 9 days to make a 382 retracement, folks, and then off it went, and went is the understatement of the year. Looking at this on the weekly, we have blown through the long-term 0.618 retracement here at 108.80. We're already 30 pips above that, and it looks like it's still got a little bit more to go. But this is the area we've got to pay really close attention to. Now let's go back in the history books and look at something that we were watching a long, long time ago when Isaac Newton was Chancellor of the Exchequer back in the 1700s in England. Here is the pound. Well, remember, we're going to start at the weekly, because back on the weekly, we said that we were going to get really close to this number right here, folks. Look how close we are now. We are about 120 pips away from this level right here. It's the same move exactly like this pattern right here. That's why, it's been the best time is to be bearish, is because it's heading down there. Looking at this on a smaller time frame, you see you had a couple of nice 382 retracements in here. If you look at the hourly chart here, I'm sure you'll be able to pick up another one that we pointed out to you right there. That was just a couple of days ago, back on right before Christmas, right around Christmas time. Perfect 382 off of the high. Hit it once, hit it twice, and boom, here's where we're going. And the 1.618, da-da, da-da, drum roll, please. 12270. Very, very interesting to keep an eye on that one here with the British pound. So we've covered that, and we've covered the euro, we've covered the dollar index, and we've covered the gold. One we haven't covered is silver, because silver should be making that 382 retracement. Remember, it's much weaker than gold, and that's what I said would be the best one to sell. I haven't looked at it today, but I'm going to, just as soon as my chubby little fingers can reach up and find where the S's are, and there it is right there. Let's just go to the hourly, and I believe we might have made it. Let's just double check. Not yet, but close. We'll come back here. This is the hourly. All right, now we're going to move this way over here. No, we have gone above it, that's for sure. From the high we had right back here. I thought it was going to hold the 382, but that was, it did for a little while last night, and then it made it up to the 618. So when that dollar's that strong, I just sort of respect it, move on and, pray for the best. That's really what you want to do. Okay, now let's take a look at the crude oil, because that also has had a big one. We were just talking about it here just a second ago, right here as we were speaking. That was the gold. Let's try the crude oil, because crude oil is doing the same thing. Here's the crude oil picture. Now it started to move down somewhere around this area here. But what I alerted to you folks on the thing was this morning when we had this ABCD pattern forming in here. You see, you had a couple of large ABCD patterns, and we said it's got to take this level out for sure. And indeed it did. It went $1 higher than what it was supposed to do. But if you notice these multiple highs that we had in here, if you just do it from the low way back here in the middle of November to the high we had here in the middle of December, that takes you up here to 73.44, and so far, the high has been 73.86. It's trading at 73.26 right now. But that is a completed A, B equals CD right up there. Went a little against you, but right now you got pocket change. And I mean really tight pockets. There's not much there to spend, but at least it's working, in the right direction. Okay? All right, now let's move on to something that I'm watching, because I think we're very, very close to losing this thing in the stock market, folks. I'll show you why. You notice this 1.618 number here in the Dow Jones. That doesn't belong in there. Hold on, let me take this out. That's not belonging there. Okay, there we go. There's that 1.618 on the range. If we start going below here, that's the the last resort, in my opinion. Now, this morning's, believe it or not, folks, you see this high right here? That was an amazing high, because if you look at this, how much the market rallied. Let's just put the hourly up so you can see it, because everybody was screaming about the stock market. And look, where did it go to, folks? Hello, operator. It went to the 382. It was not doing anything. The Dow Jones did it. The S&P did it. The NASDAQ, NASDAQ just did it in spades. It did it double. Let's take a look at the Russell, because I hadn't looked at the Russell, and I probably should do that. I hardly ever trade that, and that's why I've got my beeper on here, because if we start getting below this level here, that tells us we're heading down to at least 58.07, which is down quite a few other handles. But let's get to the Russell here for just a second here. And I like exciting days like today, whether you win or lose, you at least have something to write home of. Okay, here's this 60-minute chart here in the Russell. See what it did last night. And there's where we are. It had a little bit bigger rally than the other folks, but it never got back to the 382 at all. There was a small 382 on Friday, but that's what we're looking at. Hey, let's take a little break here. Looks like it made the 618. Let's double check this as we're waiting for the music to play. Okay, we'll be right back, folks.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn. and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, I've been asked to take a look at natural gas. Here's where we were when we were making the big high up here on the 30th. And if you'll notice from that time, we pointed this out to you before, but there was your first ABCD Gartley right there at the 50%. There was your first 382 retracement off of this high right there. Okay, then you came down, you made another small ABCD pattern right here. And if history repeats itself, it should have been really close to 50% or something. There it is. Well, there it is, 382. And look what we did today, folks. There was the early morning low. Okay. Now we've had a pretty good rally, ABCD type quality. Now let's just go back and see if it was. And I'm looking eyeball it. I think that it is. So there's your X point. There's your ABCD coming in. Guess where, folks? 382. Now, is that hard or what? Oh, Mr. Hugard, where are you? Anyway, let's take a look at that. You'll see it went exactly to the 382, folks. And not only that, but it stayed there for a half an hour. That's not a lot of money for most folks, but for a small account, margin is 2,900. And from there to there, that's 1,200 right there. Now you can see it's coming into some pretty strong support now. You can see there's your first support. Came down again. You had another ABCD to the upside. If you like AB, this is the pork bellies of our business, folks. If you want to learn how to trade, watch this puppy. It gives great volatility, low margins, and the fills are great. You can't beat it. But there's where you are. So you want to check to see if this pullback is going to be exactly 618, because that's going to tell us something very important. And not there yet. But watch that. If we start getting below there, there's trouble in River City, because all this is day rally from 55, 795. Wow, $2,500 move, and then down half of it. Wow, That's what you like. Volatility is what you like to see. So we want to pay really close attention to this right now. The reason that's to get back to that the S&P situation, because they're really trying to hold this, and so far they're doing a pretty good job. Let me get this stuff out of the way here. In fact, it's about the only way I'm going to get out of the way is to cascade this, and then we'll be able to see it right here. Yeah, this is the area that's having all the difficulty right there, that spot. Let's get down to the, I think that was a 4-minute. Yeah, there it is. There's the 4-minute I was watching. They're really trying to hold it. See, it's tried 1, 2, 3 times. We started getting below here, folks. This is the 1.618 number. Those folks on Wall Street, they know these numbers very, very strongly. So the fact that if we get below that, that tells you, going below 1 standard deviation late in the day, not a good idea. So that's why I'd be watching this here very, very closely here with this E-mini, because if it starts to break, then big difference. That's why I've got my little beeper. I have to tell you a story. I have an old friend from the old Drexel days that is involved in the QQQ options. Here's where we were on Friday, and he had a called to wish me a Happy New Year, and I said, the market's closing down the day after Christmas, or day after New Year's. That's a bad sign on Wednesday. I said, so you should remain short. He said, okay, I think I will. And as you can see here, it has this humongous rally right in. Here's the open. See here, it rallied all night long. The opening was right there. By the time he called me, which was right after the opening, it was right here. Well, he went short way back here, so he had a huge profit in those things. And so I said, well, you're going to get killed. He said, no. He said, I'm up. I said, you're kidding me. I said, the S&P's up 100 points, and you're making money on a put? And he said, yep. And now you can see why. He's making a lot of money on that put. And if we close below that level in the S&P that we just talked about here at night, what is it, 80 or something like that? 58.80, that's going to be a pretty negative sign, and we'll have to see if it'll lead to great buying opportunities, folks. That's all it really is. Nothing more, nothing less. All right, let's check a few charts here that I think are important. I wanted to bring them to your attention here because I think we're at real critical levels here. Here is the corn market. We should have gotten right up here in the May corn up around the 469 level, 465 to 469. I have not checked it as of yet. I've been a little too busy doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to come over and bring up the old corn and see how it's doing today. Bring this up and see if we got to it, and not to it yet. See, we're still quite a ways. It's got to get to the 469 level, so it's still $10 away from where we want it to get to. So that's not quite that one is not quite ready. Okay, now let's move on to Apple. People have asked me to take a look at Apple. Well, people, I should say person, because he's calling in every day, and so we'll look at Apple. It's it is down a little bit more. In fact, it's getting hit pretty hard along with all the other stuff. Move this over here. There's where we are. Here's where we were on New Year's Eve. You can see all we did here. This was the high on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. Then we come down and the rally back that one day, the 27th, okay? You'll see where'd it go to, folks, from a high down to your low. It went exactly to the 382. And then, boom, it did it again, and now we're starting to break down. It means we've got some lower price objectives because for the first time, let's just blow this up so we can see it real clearly, we have violated, not yet, this is not true, because it's going to have to redraw the line because we made a higher high, and the 382, yes, we have. So we're down below the 382. That's a really bad sign. Plus, we got a couple little gaps in here. So that's a sign maybe the markets are getting a little tiny bit weaker as we watch these things here unfold. All right, now let's take a look at Tesla. I understand that the deliveries were off a little bit today, so the stock was down a little bit, but I'm just doing this because I have requests for it, and the two fans that I have both asked me about this, and boy, they're hitting it pretty hard right now. Here again, Tesla was the same thing. You see, we made the high. Then we had a pretty good rally up to the 618. Then we had this little tiny rally that didn't do anything, and now it started to move lower. Let's try to find some support here. And this is going back. Let's just do the daily so we can hope it's not with that. Yeah, let's move it over just a little bit this way. Okay, the low was made way back here on August the 5th. This will be the key, because if we go below the 382 on this, and boy, we are real close. Look at the, this is, they're drawing the line in the sand right now in Tesla, folks, at 70. The low today has been 73.04. So if we start getting below that 370 level, and we've got a bunch of gaps in here, because you can see the ABCD that's formed. We've already surpassed that on the downside. Let's just clean that out so we can see it quickly. Yeah, there's the ABCD. It looks really strong on the C leg, and then bang, they hit it, and of course it gapped down below the target, and that's where, you know, we went quite a bit lower yet. So it's still headed to the downside. So both of those look still relatively tough to look at. Also, if you remember Palantir, we had several comments about that, because John Jameson recommended buying that at 22, and he said that he was out of it at 78, almost a four-bagger. And let's get Palantir up here. We'll take a quick look at it. P starts with Palantir. There it is. And we'll get up here and see where it's doing today. That's getting hit a little bit too. So it's, see, John was out of it at 78, and now we're at 73. There was your 382 retracement here, folks, day before New Year's Eve. So look out, Gertrude. Just don't look too swift. We'll be right back. 877-927-6648.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at direction.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, someone called and asked me, why am I so bearish? Well, let me count the ways, folks. I don't want to count them again because I've done it too much, but there's one thing out there that is literally going to really tear this one something fierce. Let me get up here and take a look at it right here. It's numero uno, in my opinion, and that's it right here. There's the liquidity of the market, okay? There was COVID. The dot-com was down in here. This means that folks are leveraged out the gazebo in this, and this is why it's going to be so bad, because when that door opens to try to say, I better get out now. Remember our good friend David White, who we all love so dearly, lost him a few years ago? His favorite quote, which I use all the time, sell when you want to, not when you have to. And that's what the problem is, because once this thing started, and I think it has started, it's going to get pretty nasty, and you're going to see some moves that's never been done in a long time, and I mean a long time. Many of you have never seen some of these moves, period, but that's what I'm looking at. There's a whole bunch of other things that are there. Consumer confidence as high as, something's beeping, boys and girls, so hold on. Billy Ray's got to check it out here. Yep, there's our S&P starting to break down already, which is not a good sign here, but we'll see. Turn that off. Maybe it's just getting a few stops. We'll see what's going on. Okay, let's move on here. And sorry, boys and girls, I'm going to have to put it way down here. I hope I don't have to hear it right away. Okay, let's get out of the way here. But we started the day. It looked like it was going to be a real bonkers day. This was the big rally back. That was the 382, folks, on the daily. Okay, now you see we're down. We're 100 handles lower already. And that means that this is a a C leg, and B is back here, and A is way down here at 58 and change. I think let's just do this with the SPY, because I watch that cash market just to see where we are most of the time. Here it is. And we're going to bring this up here and see if we'd be able to see it. Here's where we are. Yeah, here, brother, just a second. There it is right now. See, this is what we're looking at, is down here at around 571. It's not too far away, but you can see the rally that we had here this morning. This was the early morning rally, okay? This is when Barry called me and when it was here, the market had already done its retracement. So if you take a look at that from your high that you made back here on that day before Christmas, we come down. Today's high was in the cash market, exactly 382. Let me turn this thing off because I said it wrong. And there it go. Now I got it out of the way. Sorry for the interruption, and not going to be concerned about it right here because I don't have anything to do in this. This is a pretty important support point that they're watching right here, folks. So there will be some buying coming in here. And as you can see, it's already rallied 3 points. Shut the front door and raise the rent. All right, let's get this out of the way here. And someone's asked a question about United Healthcare. Why, I don't know, but we're going to take a look at it. It's actually up a little bit today, it looks like. Yes, it is up a little bit. There was the early morning low. Oh, no. It's actually down because there was a close before. So it's down on that day too, but it has had hardly any rally through here. Even here, you see, didn't get much of a rally off of this high. We haven't had anything. You did get an ABCD here, I believe. Let's just blow this up because Gartley said these happen all the time. And there's your AB leg right here. Your CD leg should have taken you right up to right about there. 514, and the high so far has been 512. So it missed it. This is 513. This is 512 and a half. So it looks like it missed that. And has a small, tiny ABCD here if you want to count that, and people that day trade would count that. There's your ABCD leg right there on United Healthcare. Now let's get something that we haven't done in a long time that could be ready for a really good short sale, and this is the live cattle, the old February kind. Remember we were talking about the 194 level in the old things right here, and you can see here we got up there today. We made another ABCD. The high has been 193.95, and it closed at 193.40. So that looks like this could be a 3 drive to a top pattern right here. Drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. So put in your record books tomorrow to keep an eye on that, because that's a monster long-term ABCD. See it once, twice, 3 times. That might be a really good one to look. It's still open, actually. It's trading at 37, 193.30, 37, as we're saying, to keep an eye on that. Okay, now move on to the next one here. Let's get out of the way here. Get this S&P out of the way. And I have to go back and take a look at the Japanese yen versus the U.S. dollar, folks, because with the dollar moving, the dollar yen is one of the big ones. And we also want to check the Canadian dollar. Okay, here's the hourly chart. Last I saw was 159, I believe. Oh, didn't do very much at all. Here's what we've done over the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been in a really tight trading range up here between 158 and the low here was 155. That was New Year's Eve, and all we've done, even with all the U.S. dollar stuff, let's refresh this for a week and get these prices in there. Oh, we had a beautiful Garley here today. Son of a gun. Missed that one. Can't get them all. Try to get a few. There's your A leg right here. There's your B leg right there. There's your C leg, D leg, and there it is right there. Just completed up here at 157.75. And you've got 2 of them here. This is a really big swing here because you've got another ABCD that went right up to it here. So your risk is right above here. You don't have to risk very much. And this is nothing more than a 3-day rally in a bear market, because, longer term, this thing has been coming down, pretty nicely. We still haven't violated the 786. We've never violated that 786 as of yet. So that's what we're paying attention to here this morning. Let's check the old clock on the wall to see how we're doing. We've got, a minute and 28 seconds. That's a lifetime. Gives a chance to take a look at Tucson Semiconductor. Let's get that up. That had been a pretty strong stock. If you remember, we got all the way up here to the 207 level. We came down and stopped and had a pretty good rally today. As a matter of fact, it is still up on the day. One of the few stocks that happens to be up, and you can see it went right up to the exact 618 as the high today. And so that's all it's really doing at that point. Right here. All right. So now let's move on over here. Get rid of some of these things that I'm not using. I don't want to get too cluttered in here, folks. So I think it's about time that we pay a few bills. I got 40 seconds left. That's enough to see one other one, see how the crude oil is doing. It's actually doing a little better. Let's see if it's still working okay. Put that 2-minute up and see if we're still hanging in there pretty good. So we're hanging in okay that one. We'll have to do the gold next. So stay with us, 877-927-6648.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, this is the wheat market, and I really want to be a buyer of wheat. As you can see here, we've just completed an ABCD here today over the last 3 days. There's your XABCD comes in right here, and that's right at the 382 level, 50%. But I'm actually wanting to buy it a little bit lower in here. The reason why is I think it's got a chance to get there. This big move like this caught everybody by surprise today. Sold off quite a bit, but it's done that before. Continue to do that. But my ideal place to buy the wheat, as you bring this over here, you'll be able to see this was our target. We never quite got to that level. There was our first buy, was right in here. I believe that was the little Gartley that was right there. Had a pretty good move, and you can see we stopped. Just clean this out for a little bit here. We stopped at the big 618 of this move right back here. Just did that the other day, spot on here. That was on the 30th. Now we're making our first correction in here. So I'll be looking to buy that here just a little bit lower. I probably would have bought it there, but I didn't. It's only made 3 cents, but I still think it's got a chance to get down a little bit lower. My ideal place to buy it would be at the 78% level of this move right here. That would take it down another 7-8 cents. That would really be an ideal spot for me to take a look at the long side of the wheat market. All right, now at that level right here, it's also going to be spot on 61% retracement of this move right here. You can see there it is right there. So I got 2 numbers right here at 539, down about 7 cents. That tells me that's where I'd like to, be a buyer of the wheat at that particular point. And my stop would be below here. You don't have to own a farming equipment. You just put it on a futures contract and say a little prayer, and don't hope for the best, but pray for the best. Hoping is a bad thing to hope for, is in your trading armamentary of things to look at. See, we're getting a nice rally now here in the S&P. They're really trying to hold this little puppy, and they certainly have. So they took it out by just a little bit. You gave them another chance, so they're still trying to hold us. We close below here. This is going to be a pretty nasty pretty nasty move. I don't think we're going to be able to do it because we've tried it 1, 2, 3 times. We've only got 2 hours to go. And to see small moves, it could certainly do it without too much trouble. But this is the key level, right below this 58.70, 58.80. We get below that, that tells us, oh, there's some problem here right now. And on the other side, maybe the market's going to rally all the way up here at the end of the day. That's certainly possible. With 2 hours to go, why not? You can see what it did here in just an hour or two. It can move a great deal. So this is really not very much going on. If you look at this on a little micro, let's do it on a 4. Oh, that's it. We'll just do it with a 1 minute. You'll be able to see a small little ABCD that we're forming right now. Fact is, we're just doing it right now. I don't recommend this, but there's your ABCD right there. Just like you had an ABCD right there, you got another ABCD right there. That's right out of Mandelbrot's book, folks. These are small patterns that lead to bigger patterns. All of them are related to AB, equal CD. That's what we're paying attention to. Now, let's take a look at the Australian dollar. That's another one that should be getting ready to bounce somewhere, but maybe not in our lifetime. You can see it continues to drop and drop. Get this up on the weekly basis. I believe we've hammered through all of the support that was here. We went down quite a bit lower, so we'll draw it over a little bit. And you can see here, we haven't been this low since, oh dear, how many years has it been? We're almost ready to take this low out. This is in October of 2022. 3 years ago, it hasn't been this low. So we want to watch that. But there's no place to take even look at the long side of this as of yet. Not so in the British pound. The British pound is acting beautifully. And we get that below that 123 level. Let's get this out of the way here. And hopefully I can find it in here. I've got so many things in here, I'm not even sure where I stand. Here it is right here. There's the British pound. This 123 level right there is really a big deal. That's on that weekly. If you remember, we're sitting there at 122.70 is the actual number. That's what my order is setting. 122.7. The 382 is 122.58. And that's only about a little more than $600 away on this move right here. Plus, it's a small ABCD pattern that is there also here in the British pound. So you got several reasons there. There's A, B, C, D coming in right there. There's your 382 on the long term. Perfect symmetry. Absolute number of days down, percentage correct. I mean, gee whiz. Even I'm beginning to think some of these things have some ideas of going on with what's happening to these things that we're paying attention to here this morning. All right, now let's move on. We had one other question, and I'll get that up. That's Caterpillar, related to farming, of course, and it's still under pressure. They're beating up the old cat pretty bad here. It had a big run up here with the news just a little while ago. Get that daily up. That was the big news item back in November, and we had that. Then had the earnings report here early December. That made a 786, and now we're continuing to go lower, and we were higher this morning, and now we're 12 points lower. That in itself is not a very good sign for Caterpillar. So that's one other one looking at. Okay, now someone asked me about the Hogs. I haven't looked at Hogs in so long. I'm going to do it right now, but I don't even know if the charts are up to date on the Hogs. I'll be in February, I believe. Let's get this up here. I think it's when they're in. There's February Hogs, and the chart's not too bad. We'll just take a quick look at it. You can see they're much weaker than the cattle. The fact is, we probably had a pretty good buy down here today. Looks like we're completing a pretty big ABCD here in the cows. There's your AB leg right there. There's your CD leg right there. Oh, a little bit more. 79.20. Taking out these lows here by just a little bit would be the thing to look at. So move that over. Take these out by just a little bit. There's your ABCD, and you'd be looking to buy them down here about another 2 cents lower in the Hogs. So there's your X ABCD, and that would take you right about there at around 79.25. We're 2 points higher than that right now. So keep an eye on this for potential good reversal pattern. There's an ABCD. Everything there is set up for potential buy in the Hogs a couple cents lower. Of course, you have to use a stop on everything, right? Because if you don't, you're telling Mr. Market that, something is not right, and that's what you've got to be really, really aware of. Okay, now I'll get this out of the way here, and we'll see where we are with some of the other stuff that we're looking at. And that's pretty much it. Oh, boy, I think that's... Okay, hold on a second. See if someone had a question. Just a second. No questions coming in as of yet here. Al, I have an emergency that I'm going to have to leave the air right now, and I have to take care of something related to one of my neighbors, and I have no other help for that. I'll see you folks tomorrow. Awfully sorry for this, but I love you. May live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the